as of recently, right? At this very moment, while I'm recording, you know, this video or so, which will be uploaded probably a couple weeks later, of course, right? Star Wars Outlaw got announced. And, well, Lord and behold, look what decides to come up in my feed right here. So, you guys want to go take a look what the shenanigans has been happening with the new what is it, Star Wars Outlaw game by Ubisoft? Let's take a look, shall we? Right? Let's just take a look.
Welcome to AFK Journey, the best.
No, shh, quiet, you. Go away. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you. Get your AFK away from me.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today we're going to go over some more drama happening in the gaming industry because there's some more woke nonsense being pushed onto gamers. Who could have saw that one coming?
I know, can you believe that?
There's definitely a very noticeable pattern, especially among Western game developers, where they are making what seems like intentionally unattractive female video game character designs, as opposed to Eastern studios that are making these more conventionally attractive looking characters. And it seems especially odd when these Western studios are taking characters that are supposed to be representative.
And you know what? And you want to know something too on top of that? This is why, oh, you guys can't see the video? Oh, no. Okay, don't worry, it's okay. It's okay. Sorry about that, chat. Sorry about that. I was pouring a cup. There you go. We'll just watch it from the beginning. So.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're here. So today we're going to go over some more drama happening in the gaming industry because there's some more woke nonsense being pushed onto gamers. Who could have saw that one coming? Well, there's definitely a very noticeable pattern, especially among Western game developers, where they are making what seems like intentionally unattractive female video game character designs, as opposed to Eastern studios that are making these more conventionally attractive looking characters. And it seems especially odd when these Western studios are taking characters that are supposed to be representative of real life actors, and they seem like they're downgrading their appearance in their video game form. And that's something that,
and even then, and this is the reason why, chat, right? This is the reason why, like, this is why I play more Eastern Asian games, just because, you know, they make their characters hot, okay? Like, they make them hot. They're either cute or hot. And I'm just kind of like, would smash 100%, so. Oh, you don't want to know what's going on with Lara Croft, the Geekbot. You don't want to know what's happening with Lara Croft. I will show you after this video. They're messing up with Lara Croft. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Pouring some sake and not being a good streamer. No, I'm not pouring any sake. I'm pouring coconut water.
Release of Star Wars Outlaws.
I know, tell me about it. Poor Lara, indeed.
We've been getting some more previews, including a preview of the main character for this upcoming game. Now, a lot of people are taking screenshots of this character and making fun of it on Twitter, and I have to say, guys, I'm very confused with the outrage on this one. No, seriously, I mean, what's wrong with this character? It's a very handsome man. What's that?
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a boy. I thought it was a boy for a second. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a boy. I thought this was like a boy or something. When I first saw this, like I didn't know the context or anything, right? I didn't know it was a female. I thought it was a kid for a second there, you know? Like an actual boy that's gonna become like a bounty hunter, like a guy bounty hunter in the future. But no, it's actually a female.
Correction, ladies and gentlemen, this is a woman. Now, all jokes aside here, okay? Here's why a lot of people are upset with this design and also are making fun of it, because this is based on a real life actress. Here she is. What happened? We have this versus this.
Damn. Who rendered her? I have no idea who rendered her, but god fucking A, she's hot though.
How does that happen unless these developers are intentionally doing this? Here is a side-by-side comparison.
What? Ugh. Ugh. She don't look that great on the right side, I'm gonna be honest with you. She really... She look ugly as fuck in the game, I'm not gonna lie.
It seems very, very intentional at this point, and things seem even more offensive when you have downgrades like this versus the male counterparts in the same game looking like this.
Wow, chat, can you tell the difference between these two pictures? Chat, can you guys tell the difference between these two pictures? Is there like, can you tell the difference? Wow, what double standards we have these days. 1-to-1 versus 1-to-none. Not really, exactly, because they're both the fucking same picture. To be honest, AI would be better. You want to know something? You know what? You're right. AI would probably make their jobs even better, to be honest. It would probably make... AI would probably replace them instantly because they make hot characters. That's like the biggest difference, you know? So, that's crazy. You know what? I'm okay with AI taking over their jobs because so far, they're pretty fucking stupid. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Bat.
You might recognize Cameron Monaghan from the Shameless series. Look at the character that's based on his appearance. They look very similar. It makes absolutely no sense why there's such a difference in how the male characters are made versus the female characters. And if you compare them versus Eastern studios that are making...
Oh... Ugh. I forgot that Mass Effect had that too. I literally forgot that Mass Effect had that. Interesting.
Making various characters based on real life human beings, you can see the big difference between them over here versus over here. There's
Co ain't lying. I tried to make a fat Co with AI. I didn't even try to do it.
something very, very intentional about all this, and it's very strange to say the least. Now, of course, a lot of people are looking at the prices of this upcoming Star Wars Outlaws, and they're saying it's ridiculous that those are the character designs we're getting for a game that some of the bundles are up to $130.
You want to know something? You guys want to know something, right? So back in like ye old times, right? Back in ye old times, right? When you pre-ordered a game, right? When you pre-ordered a game, sometimes they'll let you get the 3-day early access when you pre-order a game. Some games actually did that. And it came with the base game. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? You know, you just paid $60 and sometimes you can play it 3 days early. Not all the games did it, right? But only some of the games did it. That was a thing back then. Now you have to pay $109 to get 3-day early access. Crazy, right? Fucking crazy, right? That's fucking wild, to be honest. $110 for 3-day early access and a season pass for a single player game. Let me remind you, this is a single player game. This is not a multiplayer game, right? Let that sink in a little bit, you know? It's kind of crazy, you know, in my personal opinion.
I understand these are bundles, but we're going way beyond AAA pricing. We're getting into like quadruple A pricing at this rate, and a lot of people are saying this price is not worth the quality of the character designs that people are getting. There should be no excuse for this kind of stuff.
It's not worth it.
And
it's not worth it.
A lot of people are quoting some of these promotional tweets and saying some very important things about the community manager behind this game. So here's one post saying, the community manager explicitly stated they hate white male gamers. So Ubisoft should rectify that or my wallet's closed. Also, it's a Ubisoft game, guys. It'll be half off or more in a month after it releases anyways. So what exactly are individuals like this talking about? Well, they're referring to Shauna Jones, who is the community manager for this Star Wars game. Now, why are people very, very upset with her? Well,
it just has to, we're going back in circles every single time here. We're just going back in circles. It just has to deal with white people. It just has to deal with like white people all the time. For some odd pair of reason, we're just going back to square one and we're just talking about white people the entire time. I'm like, bro, these people are racist as fuck. Yo, man, these people are straight up racist. Like, no joke. They are straight up racist. That's fucking funny, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty fucking hilarious.
You can see views are 100% mine. Well, what are those views?
Well,
it's a lot of anti-white, anti-male, and anti-gamer sentiment. Basically, if you combine those things into a Frankenstein-like supervillain, white male gamers basically ruined her life. Basically,
it's because you're gonna have that white cock. That is probably the reason why she probably got like zero. She probably got like 1 kill in Call of Duty, and she like died 37 times to like some white boy or so in a Call of Duty lobby, and then she's like, ugh. I fucking hate all white male gamers. I can't even get more than 2 kills in Call of Duty.
she wakes up in the morning, stubs her toe.
Dude, what a fucking joke, to be honest. What a joke, in my personal opinion.
Collage here. If you name search white, just like on any other community manager or developer in the Western,
I'm enjoying playing Days Gone, but at the same time, the lack of diversity really upsets me. Know what you mean. It's a real love-hate story. Like, even the camps are full of white people. Yay, diversity, finally. No more middle-aged white men. Ooh, that looks painful. You crap. Oh my. This is a community manager? Oh my god, dude. I've never received any one everyone loves me. That's probably because you're a white male. Shauna literally just said the word cracker. Like no joke. She just literally said that word nonchalantly on Twitter. And she's a community manager. Who the fuck is this clown? Like, seriously, who is this clown? This woman's a fucking clown, in my personal opinion. Days Gone is set in Oregon. It's just not got that diverse of a population. Well, apparently there should have been more diverse, apparently. Wow. I bet women hate her too. I doubt it, to be honest. She wants diversity, so.
Video game industry, you're gonna find a million results if you type in white or male or gamer, and you can see some of these tweets. I know the industry itself is maturing, but the gamers, man, they need to sort themselves out. Ooh, that looks painful, you cracker. Be safe. No more middle-aged white men. Like, even the camps are full of white people. This is probably because you're a white male. I was put off by the main character you play as being a white male. Celebrating diversity, really? All the hosts are white men. Let's see some more down here. Oh boy. White privilege. Gamer boys ruin online games.
Hold on. Let me see. Ninja is boasting about his white privilege by doing this. I see has a potential to influence millions of kids and chooses to be a sack of beans. Use your platform for good if you have the opportunity. Don't be a ninja. Ninja says parents should parent their kids, citing that that it's not his job to teach kids about racism and white privilege. Oh my fucking god, dude. What am I fucking reading here, dude? What the fuck is this, to be honest? I did. You know what's funny on top of that, right? You wanna know something? She looks white as well, too. She fucking looks white. Fucking goddamn, dude. I swear, like every single of these people who talk about like white men and like white privilege and stuff like that, they literally look white, you know? Shauna Jones is the most whitest name out there. I'm just saying, you know. I'm just fucking saying. I'm just keeping it a buck, you know? Someone please tell her that.
Oh boy. White privilege. Gamer boys ruin online games. Please don't tell me gender isn't an issue in the games industry when you are a white male. If you're a white dude complaining about diversity being raised as an issue, then people are going to keep raising the lack of diversity until you see change. Yes, there is a lot here, okay? For someone who has a very public presence, people are going to find these tweets eventually, and it does not look good. You are intentionally blocking off people as customers. You're telling them you're not welcome here, whether you're white, you're a male, or really if you're just a gamer. These community managers for these projects are showing their open disdain for you. And if you—
the funny thing about it, you want to know something? These companies hire these types of people who are mentally ill. They should not have this kind of job or position whatsoever. They should be fired immediately. And it makes their company look bad. It makes their entire brand look terrible. You know? I think she should be gone, in my personal opinion. If I have a community manager and I see my community manager pop up like happening right here, and I see them talking shit on Twitter like this about white men, white this, white that, I'll be like, why don't you shove a white cock down your throat? You're fucking fired. Get the fuck out of my fucking building. I would literally say that on Twitter. I would literally at that person, whoever's my, like, if I see my community, like any of my community managers that I hire or so, and I see them say white men, white this, white that, why don't you go get a white cock and then fucking get the fuck out of my goddamn fucking business? Like, no joke. I'm gonna be, I don't take shit serious. Like, I don't take that shit real seriously, but like, man, dude, you gotta get that shit out of here. You're representing a company and this is what you do. Okay. All right. You know,
if you have any self-respect, if you fall into these categories, why would you support a title like this that hosts a community manager like this who hates you? They hate you, and they're making it very clear on social media. Well, she would go private for a couple of days, but she has returned despite staying private, and she made this tweet saying, "I'm back and I've decided I'm not going anywhere. The folk attacking me and using me to push their agenda are not going to win this one." Well, you're not going anywhere, just like the copies of Star Wars that'll be on the shelves on August won't be going anywhere either because nobody's going to be buying this game. You can already...
I'm not buying this game. I'm honestly not. Number one, they made the character look ugly as fuck. That's number one. And now number two, their community manager decides to treat us like this. No, thank you. I'm okay. I'll just take my money and go to some of the Eastern Asian games. In my personal opinion, you know, they deserve more better. You know.
Smell you can see the writing on the wall here. You know this is gonna be a big flop. However, don't worry. The gaming outlets like Kotaku got their back. They made this article today saying evergreen from last year, Star Wars Outlaws backlash proves we need more women protagonists. Now, of course, that's with a little asterisk at the end of that because when Kotaku says we need more women protagonists, they mean only a specific type of woman protagonist. And of course, you can see some of the replies saying, this isn't a video game guide. Don't make me call your boss. Guys, come on. Of course, that's a reference to the fact that Kotaku's managers told their writers to make more games.
Yeah, no. The rise of indie games and Eastern developers have been is going to take the market by storm. Because you want to know why? They make their characters hot and they make their characters cute. You know, they know what the difference between feminine and masculine. Not like compare what the Western has, where they're confused feminine with masculinity. It's just like, there's a huge difference, okay? I am sorry that you believe in a certain way, but those are not the facts, okay? The facts are, you know, women are weak and men are just genetically strong. That is how it's always been. That's how they taught me in the Outer Realms, okay? All right? Let's get this straight here, okay? All right? In the Outer Realms, they taught me that the men would be stronger and the women are weaker on this planet, okay? That's literally what they taught me. If you do not accept that, the door is right there and you can unsubscribe because I don't need you here. It's very simple, okay? It is very simple.
Game guides and less political charged type.
Say it to the ones in the back. I'm gonna yell.
Of course, caused several, or at least one, senior editor to resign. Here's another comment saying, no baby, no, we need a kick-ass game that isn't scared of featuring an attractive female protagonist. Lara Croft was a great female lead, and most people had no issues with her. It's the characters with political agendas that are pissing people off, and keep this name in mind for later in this video. But moving forward, of course, they're talking about more female leads. Okay, how about Stellar Blade, Kotaku? Are you going to promote...
What about 2B from Nier Automata? What about Senyu Blade from, what is this? Senyu Blade or whatever the fuck, or Hellblade or whatever the fuck that fucking game is called. What about Bayonetta? You know, what about, Peach? What about Rosalina or whatever from Mario? You know, what about, what is it, Hellblade? I think it's the name of Hellblade or so. There was a female protagonist a long time ago on the PS3 that was a urban copy or so of God of War. There's that one too as well. There's what's her name? Jill. There's freaking Claire. Claire, whatever, Redfield, Claire, whatever the fuck her name is from Resident Evil, right? And it's just kind of like, you know, are we kind of like forgetting like most of these other characters that existed beforehand, you know? Shit, you could even say the female traveler from fucking Genshin Impact, you know? I'm like, come on, man, like what am I scraping the bottom of the barrel here when it comes to like main protagonists for female characters? Like what is this? What are we talking about here?
Oh, Stellar Blade?
Yeah, it was called Heavenly something. Yeah, I remember the game too.
No, of course not. In fact, the only time we've seen game journalists talking about Stellar Blade is when they're claiming that their character design of the main protagonist, Eve, is bland and a doll sexualized by someone who has never seen a woman. Now, curiously...
Maybe because they haven't seen some pussy in their fucking life, you know, I'm just saying.
Not that long ago...
Well, I'm talking about main characters. Like main characters, you know? Like, they had their own game. That's what I'm saying, you know? Shh, we're not supposed to mention them. It doesn't fit the narrative.
yesterday, in fact, the Stellar Blade team released
Heavenly
a
Sword, is
photo
that the name of the game?
of their
Okay.
development
Yeah.
team, and you can see a very significant female presence. We already kind of knew this, but it's really funny seeing it in action here with all of the women.
Wow, look at all the cute women there. Wow, they're so cute. They're really cute. Look at them. They're so adorable. Look at them. They're so adorable.
On the team. Of course, people who are upset about this kind of stuff, I mean, what are they going to say, right? They're going to say that they're brainwashed by the patriarchy or something, or they're traitors to their own gender or something like that by making this character design of Eve. But anyways, moving forward, we're seeing a lot of people complaining about these...
Put it away. Put it away. I don't want to see it. Oh my god. She looks ugly. God, it makes me want to vomit.
Post pointing out the very big change up between
Hey, fucking head, dude. God, she looks ugly, dude. I go fucking lie. The one on the right looks so fucking terrible.
Oh my god, you people are effing insufferable. Where you can see the reply saying, nobody is saying make every protagonist like Stellar Blade, but at least make them look like the actress. To go out of your way to downgrade is kind of weird.
Lies of Co.
It is
Okay.
weird.
All right, buddy.
Downgrade these character designs. It's just odd. It seems insulting to the person you're basing it on. Here's another one saying he's not wrong, and then I know devs ruining beautiful women is insufferable. But moving forward, here's another post saying, what happened to you, Ubisoft? With this comparison of characters from 2014 to 2024.
She's pretty hot on the left side. I'm gonna be honest with you. The one on the left, I would smash. The one on the right looks like a hooker from down the alley behind the dumpster, in my personal opinion. Behind a 7-Eleven store. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just saying, you know, the one on the right literally looks like a hooker from down the street, you know, behind the dumpster, behind the 7-Eleven store. I'm just saying, you know. And the one on the left, I'm telling you, man, the one on the left. Cause the best you can do is rub a rather than smash. She's also looks like a real woman and not a guy dressed up as one. I know, tell me about it. Yeah, the one on the left is really nice. I'd smash on the left one, to be honest. The right one, I wouldn't even touch it with a 10-foot pole, in my personal opinion. Does anyone want to point out these mentally challenged individuals that they're pretty much saying men, women better than women, then they make them super masculine? Right, looks like a junkie. You know what? It does look like a redneck, in my personal opinion. It's the lighting. It's the lighting that's giving it off. But she gives me like Back to the Future vibes. She literally gives me Back to the Future vibes, but like a redneck style. You know, that's literally what gives me. That's like literally the vibe that she gives me. Like 100%. She just gives me Back to the Future vibes, but like a redneck. You know. Just delete like one, like 2 or 3 of her teeth, and you basically pretty much have the character that pretty much describes it. Just get rid of like 3 of her teeth, and then there you go. You got yourself a redneck.
Where someone quoted that saying, in quotes, themselves, why don't they make video games I can fap to anymore? There is a very weird projection among a lot of Twitter users who are upset about people complaining about character designs. They always say stuff like, oh, this is porn now, if it's a more attractive character design. You know, why aren't you, you know, you only want characters you can fap to while playing. It's very strange, the fact that these people...
Yeah, man, so we can have the porn. So we can have the Rule 34 version of them, of course. Shit. Who the fuck wants to see Rule 34 of the girl on the right? I'd rather see Rule 34 on the girl on the left than the girl on the right, in my personal opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather see the one on the left more Rule 34 than the one on the right. I'm just saying, you know.
Between either attractive video game character designs or fan service versus...
Why do you guys think that Overwatch, Dead or Alive, and what is it, Fortnite, and like Final Fantasy have like the highest like search rate? Even Genshin Impact too as well. Like they have the highest search rate when it comes to like Rule 34 stuff. Compared to like, I don't think I've seen a single Western character being Rule 34. I've only seen like from what I've seen, right, throughout the times that I've seen like the SFM films, right, the source films, right, the source film like media of Rule 34, I don't remember seeing a single Western one in that specific category. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head if I've seen like one. No, I don't know a single one off the top of my head. I've seen Dead or Alive. I've seen Overwatch. I've seen Fortnite. I've seen Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy. Oh, but it's the early versions of the girls from Mass Effect, not the new ones. Like they're like only the early ones back in the early 2000s when the characters were hot. But now they're ugly. So there really has not been a single one. I've seen 2B from Nier Automata. Genshin Impact, I've seen a ton of it. Honkai Star Rail. I think I've seen a couple of PGR, I think. At this point, I'm hoping someone takes control away from the current CEO, Ubi, and they'll tell me about it. Let me see. I've seen Elden Ring. Yeah, Nikke has a lot too as well. Nikke has a lot. Elden Ring, I've seen Elden Ring. I think there was one for Dark Souls as well. That one big lady or so, the big booba lady or girl. Bayonetta is another one too. Super Mario's, the Super Mario one, because of Bowsette, Peach, Rosalina, and Daisy. But that still proves, that literally proves my statement, right? They're all Eastern Asian games. There was only like one, which was Mass Effect. Mass Effect was like the only one, but it was it's not the new version of Mass Effect that they recently released. It's like the older ones, the original trilogy Mass Effects. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all I know off the top of my head. When it came to like the source film stuff, right? Like the source film, like Rule 34 stuff. Like those were like the literally ones that I only can think of off the top of my head. And they're not Westerns whatsoever, besides like one. And then that's it. That's literally it. So far, I as of now, at this very moment, I have not seen a single Western character in the source film Rule 34 because they're fucking ugly. They're ugly. They're just fucking ugly. Like I don't want to see an ugly bitch on my screen. I want to see a hot woman. Okay? All right? I want to see a hot dude, okay? With like 6 packs, you know? Shit, man. And he has his fucking beefy arms he can crush me within his fucking arms, okay? All right? All right? That's what I want to see, okay? I want to see a jacked up dude. I want to see a hot girl. I want to see a muscular girl. A muscular hot girl sometimes, you know? I just want to see hot and cute. I don't want to see ugly. If I want to see ugly, I just go look at myself in the mirror. Like literally, for fuck's sakes, I just go see myself, you know? When I wake up in the morning, I just go look at myself in the mirror, and that's it, you know? That's the whole point of playing video games, is to escape realism. Overwatch has some attractive women, but that's okay because they're gay, so it's for the female gays. Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Tracer takes so much dick up the ass. I thought she was straight. What do you mean she's gay? Tracer ain't gay. What are you talking about? Tracer's fucking straight.
Hardcore pornography. And the fact that they're thinking about these sorts of things when they're trying to criticize people is very strange. And like I said, projection on their behalf. However,
She's canonically lesbian? Then why does she take so much BBC? Explain that to me. Why did she take the most dick out of all the girls? Tell me that, Zan. If she's canonically lesbian, why does she take the most dick? Okay? I'm just saying.
We have another game to talk about. Another beloved IP getting crap.
Here it is, guys. Here it is. Here it is, guys. Say hello, because Blizzard can't control Rule 34. Let me explain to you guys here of the new Lara Croft game. They're literally fucking up Lara Croft. So, do you guys remember the old Lara Croft that she looks hot and everything? Well, Lord behold, be prepared for this.
Wrapped all over, and that is Tomb Raider Shadows of Truth. This should have stayed in the shadows, if I'm being honest. So, what happened here? Well, let's see this tweet. British adventurer Lara Croft will transition from being a raider of tombs to a seeker of truth as Evil Hat Productions and Crystal Dynamics seek to redefine the Tomb Raider series in order to escape its colonial past. My God, ladies and gentlemen, colonial past, as users have pointed out, the game had dinosaurs in it. And you're talking about a colonial past? It's a video game. Can we please just play something without this garbage? Well, let's read their statement that they made on their official website. So, Tomb Raider series to escape its colonial past. Raiding as depicted in the original Tomb Raider games and stories involves going to ancient tombs and historical sites of different civilizations and acquiring artifacts. It operates on the assumption of finders keepers that grants raiders with the means and the drive to claim ownership of artifacts regardless of whether they have any historical or cultural claim to the treasure. Later games released in the franchise have started the work of addressing this by having Lara Croft acknowledge her past mistakes and try to understand and show respect for the cultures and communities she comes into contact with. She has also worked to reform Raider culture. Raider culture, that's very important to talk about, ladies and gentlemen.
It's fucking stupid. Honestly, the people who are making this game, the writer who is making this game, they're fucking stupid. Like, I generally think they're just fucking stupid. You know? Like, it is so absurd to be like, you know, she feels guilty from her past because she raided tombs for artifacts. So now they want her to learn from her mistakes of not to raid anymore, to be a tomb raider. And they need to do her awareness and respect of the culture. What she took, like a piss on a fucking artifact or something, belonging to the Aztec temple or something like that. Lara Croft from Twitch Raider. So yeah. This is also another game that I'm not gonna be playing, because you wanna know something? This feels like it's some really woke BS stuff, and I am not gonna be interested in it. So no thank you. I'll go play the original 3 Tomb Raiders and even the new version of the Tomb Raider. I'm okay. Don't worry. In the future, you know, when I get a game studio, right? And then we get a couple of successful games, right? I will try to buy the IPs from these people and we'll make the games. We'll make the games how they need to be. So we will make the true games how they need to be. I will fight tooth and nails for some of these IPs, and I will make these characters the way how they need to be looked. So that's all I'm saying. If I ever open up a game studio in the future, Lord and behold, we're making them hot, and we're making them really good, and we're making these games like good. I want these games to hit between like an 8, a 9, and a 10 in those categories. I don't want no subpar games in my place, okay? We're going for good stuff. True. You're right, Zan. If they sell that IP pretty cheap, I'll pick it up, and we'll make games out of it. So,
Creator culture is
and we'll make good games too. You want to know something? I actually like if I ever get the IP for Lara Croft, right? You know what I actually want to do? I actually kind of want to remake like the older ones and have the dinosaurs in it. I kind of actually want to fight dinosaurs as Lara Croft, to be honest. You know, like me personally, I just kind of want to. I kind of want to see like a high res like 4K version of like the dinosaur fight scene with Lara Croft with her like 2 pistols and everything. I kind of want to see that like in actual like HD graphics and everything. I don't know. Maybe that's just me personally. I would kind of like to see something stupid with that. Buy the Dino Crisis IP, please. I don't know who has the Dino Crisis IP. I would have to see who has it in their possession.
Throughout all of society, we definitely have to address that and raise the awareness of her peers. Laura is no longer decorated.
Hot girls and dinosaurs, blasphemy.
As a raider, she prioritizes.
Oh, Capcom has the Dino Crisis IP. I can try. It's gonna be hard because it's Japanese. That'd be a little bit hard to try to get it, but we'll try.
Seeking the truth. Much of this game is inspired by her humanity, struggle with heroism.
I think like, okay, so let's say for example, right? I open up a game studio, right? And like, let's say in like the next 30 years or something like that, right? Let's say for example, in the next 30 years, I open up a game studio, right? Or 20 years or something. Let's just say 20 years. We make a good, successful couple of games, and we get a good amount of money or so, and then we buy the IP for Lara Croft, right? Because it's not being used whatsoever, right? And then if my team doesn't know what Lara Croft is, right? What I would do 100%, like if they don't know like how to like what they can do with the Lara Croft IP, because they don't know what Lara Croft is, I would tell them, okay, every single one of you needs to get a copy of Lara Croft, and you will play it from beginning to end, all 3 of them. If you do not do that, and you do not understand the concept and the idea of why these games are fun, you will not be participating in the project. Literally, just point blank, like literally, that's it. You will understand why these games were good. So, you know, I would tell them, I'd be like, this is how it is. We'll all sit down and play it. If I have to force everybody to sit down and play it, I will, you know? And that is pretty much it. So they can understand and be like, okay, now I see why they make this, why Lara Croft is fun. Especially from like the original 3 and then like the new the trilogy one, right? The newer 3 trilogies. And then that's pretty much frankly it. That's probably just what I would do. Like personally, that's it, you know? And then after that, I'd be like, all right, now we're going to make her hot. So, and then that's pretty much it. We'll make her hot and a badass. And that's it. That's what it is to it. Hey, Mr. Cheez-It. I don't know what's your question, so you better ask it.
All 3 aspects are an important component in creating a game that celebrates history and culture while acknowledging the respect and work required to live in a world.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. The one who made the Halo series, right? They never played the game, so they never understood the concept of Halo itself. So then I'm just kind of like, Well, I'm gonna make everyone play in my studio. Everyone better have played Lara Croft, or if they don't know what Lara Croft is, I'm gonna make them play Lara Croft. I'd be like, you better be playing this game, and you better be telling me what just happened, okay? So yeah, if you don't tell me what happens here, I'll be like, all right, you better tell me what's happening in here, or else you're not gonna be on the project, because I don't want any I don't want any people taking this like the Lara Croft game and decided to make it woke or something, I'm like, no. That's not how it works here, okay? We're making the game how it needs to be, okay? So, yeah, that's it. So, is the Monster Hunter game specifically Rise and Sunbreak good? Oh, I don't know. I haven't finished Sunbreak, so I can't really say my own opinion about it. Some people like it, some people don't, so I don't know. I don't use most of the mechanics, so.
In this game, we seek to continue in that work alongside Crystal Dynamics by creating a sandbox for you to tell stories that address colonialist themes in play and create your own stories of respect and support for the people and cultures your seekers encounter. Ladies and gentlemen,
Crystal Dynamics by creating a sandbox for you to tell stories that addresses colonialist themes and play or create your own stories of respect and support for the people and cultures your seekers encounter. Hey guys, do you guys want to play a game where you like respect and like support people from like Uganda? Is that what you guys want to play, guys? Do you guys want to play where Lara Croft goes to like Uganda and like has a respect for the people that they found this artifact, and then like she's not gonna raid it or anything, right? And then sees like the poachers wanting that artifact, and then she just gives it to them because she respects their culture, and respects the people, even though they're the villains. Do you guys want that? Do you guys want that as a game? I don't know, man. Damn, dude, that seems pretty fun in my personal opinion. Wow, guys. Instead of the dangers of raiding a tomb and like having poachers trying to take the artifact for themselves for an evil plan, right? She's gonna give it to them because it belongs to them, because it belongs to their culture and their people, because she supports and respects them.
Gentlemen, can I just play a video game? Can I just play a video game where you're a Tomb Raider just taking cool artifacts in a fictional setting? Can we please just do that without this absolute garbage virtue signaling that's not going to help anyone, not going to change anyone's minds?
Wow, this is another game that I will not play. Wow. This is just another game that I just will not play. Instead of Tomb Raider, can we have the tomb janitor cleaning the cobwebs? I just remember that the Fallout show has dropped. We'll have to see if it's a good show. I heard a few things. I heard a few things that it might be pretty good.
In fact, if anyone needs this sort of a lesson to be shoved in their face,
the world can't seem to take a break. Yeah,
this is
I know.
Absolutely crazy. By their own standards, by the way, Indiana Jones would be like a supervillain. Okay, it's very, very strange that they're trying to do this. But let's move on. As Kirsha would point out here in this tweet, she would do some digging and find some of the people responsible for this upcoming release. Now you can see she highlighted here some of the consultants on this release, and you can see an individual named Sahoni. Well, let's check out Sahoni's account here. Oh boy, Sahoni the Red Wolf. With it.
It's a furry. It's a furry, guys. It's a furry. I don't hate furries. Okay? I don't despise them. Do they kind of give me a little bit of disgust? Yes, kind of. But there will be a time where I will snap. Where one of these people, right? These things. I'm gonna call them things now, okay? I'm gonna call them things. These things are ruining something that I enjoy playing. I'm just saying. This person literally is ruining my game because they're a consultant. They're literally a consultant.
The furry profile picture and background. Interesting. So Sahoni the Jabroni would have a lot to say, and they announced publicly that under an NDA they're allowed to say that they are working on this Tomb Raider game and that they are very excited about this. This team has been dedicated, professional, kind, open to conversation and feedback. And I think most material, at least for me, created a work environment that is both comfortable and fun for folks with experience with colonialism the world over. They also paid me. Big plus there. Awesome. So you not only get to virtue signal, but you're getting paid to virtue signal to an unwanting audience. Okay, let's see what else they...
Colonialism. Wow, experiencing colonialism. Damn. Damn. Okay. Don't let Laura come across any bears in the game for the love of all that is holy.
They've said, well, here's some Blue Sky tweets. Anyone on Blue Sky, I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. That's like the biggest cope platform. It's supposed to be like
Jesus Christ.
the Twitter killer, and literally people go there when they're afraid of...
Is my camera freaking out again? I feel like my camera is just like not liking any of this, to be honest. Like honestly, my camera's also like not liking it either. My camera's like, man, get me the fuck out of here. It's literally saying, get me the hell out of here. Like, no joke. So fucking, this is so dumb in my personal opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. This is so dumb. This is actually just generally dumb. Jesus fucking Christ. What am I gonna do here, chat? What am I gonna do here? Like, what am I doing here? Like, another great game. It's gonna go down the shitter, to be honest.
Getting canceled or criticized on Twitter, so they go here in their little echo chamber. But they say this: note, I use anti-colonial versus decolonial because the tenets of decolonialism require concrete action and actually push against the ideas of symbolic and hollow gestures. My game is a game. I can talk about racism in academia, colonialism, and the value of intangible culture, but that ain't work. I can introduce ideas and ask people to stop.
Take care, Geekbot. Take care, hun.
But that ain't the work.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming by as always. Very much appreciated. So you take care, hun. You be safe, and I'll talk to you on the next time or so. Take care. Take care. Bye-bye. So they can give us a shit show continuation of Tomb Raider, but they canned a Sleeping Dog sequel. Yep. 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 You know, you want to know something? If they aren't going to do anything with the Sleeping Dog, like, IP, I'd rather buy the Sleeping Dog. To be honest, I really would buy a lot of their IPs from Ubisoft if they're honestly not going to do anything with most of them. So I'd be like, hey, I want to buy these IPs from you. I will pay this much money for your IPs.
Work. At most, it's a discussion, and that has value by a measure. But it ain't the work. It's not concrete. Very brave, stunning and brave stuff. Here's another tweet from only about a month ago saying, reminder that if you followed me for game design or politics, I'm a furry that loves sucking D.
Really? This is a consultant, guys. This is a consultant that's doing the Lara Croft game. Yeah. Wow. Isn't that cool, huh?
And I'm going to post hot pet play adjacent art of my secondary fursona that I got for my birthday. With appropriate filters, by the way, but it's coming, and you should be prepared. Can we have one developer that's like halfway normal? Like, is that too much to ask for at this point? Can we get a developer that isn't hating the customers that they're supposed to be making the games for, or is a complete unhinged psycho? Like, what is going on? Like, I don't care if this is tweets made by someone or blue sky, whatever post they call it, you know, an average user, but like, this is a game developer who is saying all these things tied into the amount of importance they find their own work to be in their own political
Who are
views
these
to
people?
be in the process of being a consultant.
Who are these people? Why did they get? Why do these people have power? Just why? Makes no sense. It honestly just makes no sense. I'm just like.
For this game, it just shows that these are the kind of people that are going to be lecturing you on what is normal or acceptable, and it's a joke. We all know it's a joke, and this is apparently not anything new for Evil Hat Productions, by the way. They have been doing this kind of stuff for a while, as pointed out by this tweet right here. So
Evil Hat Productions was always like this. They also did something similarly stupid with the Cthulhu RPG years ago. Content and consent. The Fate of Cthulhu is a game that deals with many hard topics, including mental health, systemic abuse of power, and the death of huge portions of human species. Make sure all the players are aware of these things and give enthusiastic consent before they begin playing. Also, Howard Phillips Lovecraft was a racist and an anti-Semitic. There, we said it. We could give a litany of examples, but they are easy to find with a simple internet search. Look up the name of his cat, for instance, HPL, who was over the top even for his time. Go ahead, we'll wait. Now that we've gotten that issue out in the open, let us turn our attention to why we still find Cthulhu mythos, of which he planted the seed of a fruitful garden in which to find stories. It always starts with mental health. Yeah, I know. Can you believe it? I raised my eyebrow when I literally read the word mental health. I'm like, you're joking, right? Do you think we're a fucking joke to you? I swear, if Cthulhu came here and read this out loud, he would just literally just enslave the planet at this point. he would literally enslave the planet, like no joke, like no tomorrow. And he's like he's 10 times, like bajillion times weaker than me. And he would just go literally enslave the planet just for this dumb book or whatever the fuck this is. I don't even know what the hell this is, but yeah. He would literally just enslave the planet. Like he really does not take this very lightly, so.
So you can see for one of their Cthulhu RPG from a couple years ago, they of course had to sample the works of Howard Phillips Lovecraft, who they say is a racist and anti-Semite. And they say all of these things about how terrible he is and how basically you shouldn't be looking up to him, and his stories have like this dark element to them because
I look up to it because he wrote a story about us, you know? At least we'd get better games with Cthulhu in charge. Bring it on. Probably me and Cthulhu would probably make better games than like half of actually the entire almost the entire gaming besides like the East Asian side, because they make pretty good games. So you're dissing someone's property while working on his property or IP. I know, tell me about it. This guy literally made a story about us, you know, because we're from the void, you know. We don't fucking joke around. We really don't. If this was on our territory, they'd be gone. They literally would be gone in an instant. Like, no joke.
Because of who he was as a person, and yet they base an entire IP on his work because they're too lazy and they're too unimaginative to come up with their own story. So despite the fact they want to chastise Lovecraft, they're still going to sample his work and use him to create their own games. That shows you the level of honesty that these people have, that they're really quite disingenuous at the end of the day.
I'm pretty sure there's a void between their ears. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right, actually. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. You are 100% right. You're 100% right. Yeah, yeah. That's a good one. I like that one. You know what? In the future, I kind of want to make a Cthulhu game, but like have everybody in the game. You know, all of us in the game, not just Cthulhu himself. Oh no! Post warning for dark topics and mental health goes to Birder account to post furry cord. Make it make it make sense. Might be some dust knocking around in there. Let's call the tomb cleaners and help them out.
Because when it comes to a choice of making a full stand on something, they won't do it if it makes them have to do more work. And that's exactly what happened with this situation right here. But as Mark Kern points out, more consultants ruining tabletop Tomb Raider this time. Neither the content editor nor the designer seem to care much about the game design or staying true to Tomb Raider. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the summation of everything going on here. They don't actually care about living up to the legacy of this beloved IP. All they want to do is basically use this opportunity to infiltrate into this franchise and then virtue signal and inject all of their own woke agenda into this IP. And it's really sad to see. And hopefully once again, we see another project like this fail. Because
I legitimately, but this is great. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, if I'm gonna make like a very like kind of like quote unquote like woke game, right? I'm gonna make it as a new IP, right? If I make like I don't know, like an LGBT like type of game, right? Like where a girl falls in love with another girl or something, for an example, right? I'm just gonna make it as an original IP. I'm not gonna grab, I'm not gonna grab one of my existing IPs and then turn it into some weird fucking woke shenanigans. Okay, I'm just gonna make a new game with new characters and a new story, but make it very interesting at least. I'm not gonna grab me like, I don't know, let's say for example, Assassin's Creed, and I make it like, I don't know, some random like woke shenanigans. If I ever make like a woke like LGBT like kind of game or something or whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? I'm just gonna make a new IP. That's it, at the end of the day, right? I'm just not gonna use any of my existing IPs and turn it into whatever the fucking shit show this is, okay? I'm like, the reason why I made those characters in that specific way is because that's how I wrote it and that's how I envision it, okay? Like if I envision a different story, right? Where, I don't know, let's say the main female character fucking wants to get it on with another female character, well, at least it's gonna be like a new story, at least, not like oh yeah, the main character of like, oh, I don't fucking know, what can I say here, yeah, Lara Croft, wants to go bang, I don't know, the villain or so of the game, or I don't know, to be honest. I don't fucking know. I don't really fucking know. I'm gonna be honest with you. But yeah, anyways, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just make a new story.
Maybe coping here. But eventually, these companies will finally start to realize, man, this woke nonsense in these games doesn't sell the games. Man, it's actually costing us a lot of money. Maybe we should move away from this and go back to how things were about 15 years ago. But that's, of course, just hoping. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey, what's up, guys?
Ugh. Anyways, yeah. Like I said, this is pretty dumb, in my personal opinion. If people want their own kind of politics and sex in games, just make them themselves. They're probably not creative enough to make them themselves. That's why they have to take IPs from other people from very well established games and put in and inject their own fucking shenanigans in the game, and there you go. That's pretty much just what it's, because they're not creative compared to me. Like I told you guys, I literally remade the entire Destiny story, and I literally told it on here on stream for you guys, and you guys fucking enjoyed it. I even told you about this one story that I made or so, where the aliens kind of like invaded Earth or so, right? And I told you about like the vehicles that was in it and what inspired me to make this story, right? Like which games inspired me. And that was pretty much it, you know? Like I told you guys about it, and you guys fucking enjoyed it. Like you guys loved it. You guys want to see it like come to life, you know? You guys want to try it out, you know? I'm just kind of like, you know, it makes me happy that you guys want to try something out that's like that's something that I put lots of blood, sweat, and tears into it, you know? Granted, it's been a while since I've done them, right? I'll probably have to like remake them again, but like, at least at this point, like, I'll probably be redefined. It'd be a lot more redefined, more better. But yeah, anyways. Like I said, if I open up a game studio in the future, if I manage to buy the Bungie, like the Destiny IP, the Lara Croft IP, or any of these other IPs or something that's being attacked by these weird wokeness shenanigans, right? I would probably buy them, and we'll make the games how they used to be. So I'm just saying, working in an indie studio requires work. These people wouldn't last long enough for the onboarding. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. And you want to know something too? If I do open up a studio, right? I kind of want to tackle our first AAA game, but we want to take our time on it. You know, we're not gonna announce anything. Like, we're not gonna show or announce anything until we're okay, until like we're 100% sure that this is the game that we want to release. You know how like that one studio, basically, well, technically it was like one person that was making the Wukong, Black Myth Wukong game, right? I kind of want to do that basically in that sort of nature, you know? That's basically is what I want to do. We take our time, and, you know, we make sure everything is 100% good and fleshed out, looks great and everything, and then yeah, and then we'll release it when we release it. So SGI taking on SBI. Sudako Gaming Corporation, I know. But anyways, that's the end of the video, you know. Comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. I know this video was a little bit long, you know, but I'm just saying, I got a lot to say, you know. I love video games. Video games is like a part of it's a part of my life, you know. And if I see video games being under attacked for like the most stupidest agendas, which is this, or like 100% this, I have every right to defend it, you know. I've been here for quite a long time, since like the Sega Genesis days, you know. So yeah, anyways, that's it of the video, you know. Peace.